Hi, my name is Lina, and in the next few minutes, I'll give you one simple framework that explains the most important advertising metrics and shows you where performance really breaks. Once you see this, dashboards stop being confusing and bad optimization becomes very obvious. Let me show you. Every ad, no matter the platform, format, or budget, follows the same simple journey. First, the ad has to be delivered, then it has to be seen, then someone has to react to it, and only then can it create a result. Think of it as 4 steps: serve, see, act, and convert. Every metric you see in any ad platform fits into exactly one of these stages. If you know which stage is broken, you know exactly what to fix. So if you don't, you end up optimizing random numbers and hoping for the best. So let's walk through this journey step by step. Step 1. Serve, or delivery metrics. Every ad starts with a request. A website or app asks an ad server, "Do you have an ad for this user right now?" If the ad loads successfully, that counts as an impression. Refresh the page. That can be another impression, but not every request becomes an impression. Sometimes there is no eligible ad, or timeout expires, or system fails to respond, so that gap is measured by fill rate. If you send 100 ad requests and only 70 ads actually load, your fill rate is 70%. Here's what most people miss: that missing 30% is not neutral. It's lost inventory, lost revenue, and lost opportunity every single second. If ads don't serve reliably, nothing else in your metrics matters. Step 2. See, or attention metrics. Now let's assume the ad was delivered. That doesn't mean a human actually saw it. The ad can load below the fold, behind another element, or disappear before the user scrolls. That's why we measure viewability. A viewable impression usually means at least 50% of the ad was visible for at least 1 second. Impressions say the ad loaded. Viewability says the ad was actually seen. This also affects how you pay. With CPM, you pay for impressions, whether anyone saw them or not. With vCPM, you only pay for impressions that were actually viewable. So if your viewability is low and you're paying CPM, you might be paying for ads nobody ever noticed. Step 3. Act, or action and engagement metrics. So, okay, the ad was served and seen. Now the question is, did anyone care? The simplest signal is click. A user clicks the ad and lands on a page. From clicks, we calculate CTR, how many impressions turned into clicks. CTR can be useful, but it's also one of the most misleading metrics in advertising. A high CTR can come from accidental lapse, misleading creatives, or low-quality traffic. It can look amazing on a dashboard, but it doesn't support business value. If you pay for clicks, that's CPC, cost per click. Clicks are fine when your goal is pure traffic, like search campaigns. But clicks alone don't tell you if users actually engage. That's why engagement matters. Engagement can mean video clicks, or rather video plays, expansions, scrolls, and mute actions, real human interactions, not just a finger slip. Reaction beats clicks. Step 4. Convert. Finally, we reach the only metric that actually pays the bills. It's conversions. A conversion is whatever action you care about: a purchase, a sign-up, a lead, or download. There are 2 common ways that conversions can get attributed. Click-through conversions mean the user clicked the ad and then converted. View-through conversions mean the user saw the ad, didn't click, but converted later anyway. Both matter, depending on your funnel and buying cycle. If you are paying for conversions, that's CPA, cost per acquisition, and it's the most result-focused model, and usually the most expensive because all the risk shifts to the seller. Outcomes beat everything. Let's return to the campaign example we started with. 6% CTR. Everyone celebrating and still no money. Now you can see exactly what happened. The campaign looked great at the act level, clicks were high, but nobody checked serve properly. Nobody verified if the ads were actually seen, and nobody validated real conversions. So the dashboard was green, but the business was red. That's why metrics don't lie, but partial metrics do. When you look at performance through the full journey, serve, see, act, and convert, problems become very, very obvious. Because optimization finally starts working for the business and not just for the dashboard. So, here's your unfair advantage. Stop chasing pretty dashboards and start diagnosing the system. The next time you open any ad platform, ask only one question. Where exactly is the journey breaking? That single habit will save you more money than any optimization tricks you'll ever learn. If you want to practice this on real platform, you can open a free demo account in EPAM. The link is in the description. I've also linked a very detailed article if you want to go deeper into each and every metric. And if this way of thinking was useful, you'll find more videos on this channel where we break down advertising systems, metrics, and real performance. See you there!